The enduring mystery of giants, from biblical Nephilim to modern enigmas. Giants have loomed large in human imagination for millennia, their towering presence woven into the fabric of ancient myths, sacred texts, and modern folklore. From the enigmatic Nephilim of the Bible to cryptic modern accounts like the Kandahar giant and the unsettling saga of Andrew Dawson, the concept of giants, real flesh and blood beings of extraordinary size, continues to captivate and confound. Could these stories point to a hidden truth, perhaps even a lingering genetic legacy from an ancient hybridization? This article traces the thread of giants through history, exploring their origins, modern sightings, and the tantalizing possibility that their DNA might still walk among us. The Nephilim, biblical giants and divine rebellion. The story of giants begins in the ancient pages of the Hebrew Bible, where the Nephilim emerge as mysterious figures of immense stature and power. Genesis 6:1-4 describes them as the offspring of the sons of God and the daughters of men, born when divine beings, often interpreted as fallen angels, mated with human women. The passage reads, "The Nephilim were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the sons of God went to the daughters of humans and had children by them. They were the heroes of old, men of renown." Genesis 6:4. The Hebrew word Nephilim, derived from the root NPL, to fall, is sometimes translated as giants or fallen ones, hinting at their otherworldly origins and fearsome reputation. The Book of Enoch, an apocryphal text revered in some Jewish and Christian traditions, elaborates on this narrative. It portrays the Nephilim as monstrous giants, some reaching heights of 3,000 ells, an exaggerated measure, roughly 9,140 feet, who ravaged the earth with insatiable hunger, devouring crops, animals, and even humans. Their fathers, rebellious angels called Watchers, taught humanity forbidden knowledge, from metallurgy to sorcery, further corrupting the world. This wickedness, the text claims, provoked God to send the great flood to cleanse the earth, wiping out the Nephilim and their angelic sires. Yet the Bible suggests the Nephilim persisted also afterward. Numbers 13:33 recounts Israelite spies encountering the Anakim, described as descendants of the Nephilim in Canaan. "We saw the Nephilim there. The descendants of Anak come from the Nephilim. We seemed like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we looked the same to them." These giants, including figures like King Og of Bashan, whose bed measured 13 feet long, Deuteronomy 3:11, and Goliath, a warrior nearly 10 feet tall, 1 Samuel 17:4, struck terror into their foes. The presence of these post-flood giants raises questions. Did some Nephilim survive the deluge, or did their lineage re-emerge through a genetic remnant carried on Noah's Ark, perhaps via Ham's wife, as some speculate? Giants across cultures, a universal archetype. The Nephilim are not unique to biblical lore. Giants appear in myths worldwide, suggesting a shared human fascination with beings of extraordinary size. In Sumerian mythology, the Apkallu, wise antediluvian heroes, parallel the Nephilim's blend of divine and human traits. Greek mythology abounds with titans and demigods like Hercules, born of gods and mortals. The Norse speak of Jotun, frost giants who warred with the gods. Even Mesoamerican traditions, such as the Aztec reverence for Quetzalcoatl, a feathered serpent tied to serpentine angelic imagery, hint at connections to giant-like beings. Archaeological anomalies fuel speculation about these legends. Megalithic structures, like the Cyclopean walls of Canaan or the Golan Heights, Gilgal Rephaim, have been attributed to giant builders, though no definitive evidence confirms this. Reports of oversized skeletons, often cited in 19th and early 20th century newspapers, are frequently dismissed as hoaxes or misidentified fossils. Yet the persistence of such accounts, from North America to the Caucasus, keeps the question alive: could giants have walked among us? Modern encounters, the Kandahar giant and Andrew Dawson. Fast forward to the 21st century, and giant lore takes a darker, more conspiratorial turn. One of the most infamous modern tales is the Giant of Kandahar, a story that surfaced in 2016 through an interview with an anonymous U.S. Special Ops soldier dubbed the shooter on L.A. Marzulli's YouTube series Watchers. According to the account in 2002, a U.S. Army squad in Afghanistan's Kandahar region vanished. A special ops task force sent to investigate stumbled upon a cave littered with broken military gear. Emerging from the cave was a 13-foot-tall giant with flaming red hair, 6 fingers on each hand, and 2 rows of teeth. The creature allegedly killed a soldier with a spear before the team unleashed 30 seconds of sustained gunfire to bring it down. The giant's body was reportedly airlifted away and the incident classified, with soldiers sworn to secrecy. Some connect it to broader conspiracy theories, suggesting the 2017 Moab bombing in Afghanistan's Nangarhar province was a cover to eliminate similar creatures. Yet the tale resonates with biblical imagery, particularly the Nephilim's violent legacy, and fuels speculation about government cover-ups of anomalous beings. Even more chilling is the story of Andrew Dawson, a Canadian TikTok creator whose 2022 videos sparked a firestorm of intrigue. On April 10, 2022, Dawson recorded a shaky clip from a moving car near Whistler's Mountain in Alberta's Jasper National Park. The footage showed a humanoid figure atop the peak, massive in scale given the distance. Dawson estimated it was far larger than a human, speculating it could be a giant or even a Nephilim. The video went viral, amassing over 2 million views. Dawson's subsequent videos documented his attempts to investigate. He claimed locals had seen the creature before, describing it as a recurring presence. On April 11th, he filmed 2 helicopters near the mountain, one allegedly carrying a tarped object, the other equipped with a tree trimmer, possibly a ruse to mask the first chopper's mission. Dawson suggested the military was extracting the giant, drawing parallels to the Kandahar story. Later, he reported being stopped by a government official while trying to access the mountain at night, an encounter he recorded. The saga took a disturbing turn on May 16th, when Dawson posted a video retracting his claims, insisting the giant was a hoax. He appeared nervous, glancing off-screen, and his demeanor suggested coercion. Just 1 day later, he posted again, claiming the giant was real and expressing fear for his life. Dawson vanished from social media thereafter, and unconfirmed reports later surfaced that he had died under mysterious circumstances, possibly by suicide. Online communities, particularly on Reddit, erupted with theories of foul play, with some alleging he was silenced by authorities. Giant DNA, a lingering legacy? The biblical narrative posits that the Nephilim arose from angelic human unions, a hybridization that produced beings of unnatural size and strength. If true, could their genetic legacy persist? The Bible's mention of giants also afterward suggests some mechanism, survival, interbreeding, or a genetic carrier, allowed their traits to endure. Medical literature offers clues. Conditions like gigantism, often caused by pituitary disorders, produce individuals of exceptional height, though rarely exceeding 9 feet and often accompanied by health issues. Biblical giants, however, are described as robust warriors, not frail sufferers, suggesting a distinct genetic profile. Some researchers propose that Nephilim DNA could manifest in modern populations as recessive traits, surfacing in abnormally tall individuals or those with extraordinary physical abilities. For example, athletes like Shaquille O'Neal, 7'1", or historical figures like Andre the Giant, 7'4", exhibit rare physicality that, while not supernatural, echoes the mighty men of old. Genetic studies of ancient hominids, such as the Denisovans, reveal interbreeding with modern humans, leaving traces of ghost ancestor DNA in some populations. Could similar interbreeding explain tales of giants? A 2015 article claimed DNA from a 19th century Caucasian woman showed anomalies suggesting Nephilim ancestry, but the report, published by All News Pipeline, lacks credible verification. More plausibly, the Bible's Anakim and Rephaim may reflect tall warrior tribes, exaggerated into myth. Egyptian records from the Middle Kingdom, 2055-1650 BC, mention the Anakim as a Canaanite people, lending historical weight to their existence, if not their gigantism. Fact, fiction, or something in between, the evidence for real giants remains tantalizing but inconclusive. Biblical accounts, while compelling, are steeped in theological and symbolic language, and apocryphal texts like Enoch amplify their fantastical elements. Archaeological claims of giant skeletons often crumble under scrutiny, and modern stories like Kandahar and Dawson rely on anecdotal testimony, easily dismissed as hoax or delusion. Yet the persistence of giant narratives across cultures and eras suggests a kernel of truth, perhaps rooted in encounters with unusually tall individuals, extinct hominids, or even genetic anomalies. The Andrew Dawson case, in particular, raises unsettling questions. His rapid shift from enthusiasm to fear, coupled with his alleged death, mirrors conspiracy tropes of silenced whistleblowers. Without corroborating evidence, his story remains a haunting anecdote, but it underscores the allure of giants in the modern psyche. Similarly, the Kandahar giant, while fantastical, taps into primal fears of the unknown, amplified by the fog of war. If Nephilim DNA exists, it likely manifests subtly in the exceptional height of a basketball player, the strength of a strong man, or the charisma of a larger-than-life figure. Science offers no proof of angelic genes, but the human genome's complexity leaves room for speculation. As genetic research advances, we may yet uncover clues to our ancient past, perhaps revealing that the giants of legend were not so mythical after all. For now, giants remain a bridge between the sacred and the secular, the ancient and the modern. Whether they strode the earth as Nephilim, lingered in Afghan caves, or briefly appeared on a Canadian mountaintop, their story endures, a testament to humanity's fascination with the extraordinary. As we peer into the shadows of history, we can't help but wonder, are giants still out there, hidden in plain sight? By Scott Young, aka Sinfamous Gamer.